Hey guys, welcome to today tutorial. We'll be creating a Telex integration, and today I'll be using TypeScript and Express.js. I'll walk you through everything you need to know about Telex. Now let's go to Telex. What is Telex? Now Telex is a place where you receive events, right? Where you get event. What are events? Events are things happening, right? These are things happening. So we want to show all those things that are happening on Telex. Now, apart from a place that you receive events, you can also do some other things there, like you can communicate. But the major reason for Telex is to get your events in one place, right? Now, how to build a Telex integration? But before that, what is a Telex integration? Right, let's see if we can find anything about that on the home page. Don't know, it's a little bit. Let's turn this off. Yeah, okay. Okay, integrations, let's see. Extend and automate your workflow with Telex integrations. Login gestures. So basically, integrations are things that we can use to extend our workflow. Okay, like this one, it says a filter to detect and block offensive language in chat. Wow, nice. Let's see another one. Wow, I think they have some nice. So the whole idea here is we want to learn how to build an integration. And I went to the doc. It said welcome to Telex. So I it just reads monitoring for DevOps and software teams, the core of Telex. Now the fundamental unit of Telex platform is channel. That is, a channel is the base unit, right, where everything runs on. So every message that goes in or out must go through a channel, and users in Telex can be added or removed from a channel. Okay. Now, a channel can serve as a routing mechanism to direct messages. Yeah, so take for example, if you are building an application, then maybe you get an error. You want to send that error somewhere. You can send it to Telex, right? Telex can serve as as a place to receive that notification. So let's see. Getting started, you sign up. Okay, I already signed up. Then you'd it has webhook, so you can use webhook to log event. Yeah, okay, so you create a channel. Okay, let's say I already have channels here, but I would create a new one. I'll say test tutorial channel. Let's see. Yeah, it's created. Let me try send a message in there and see. Hi. Yeah, so my message is coming in. That's it. Cool stuff. Okay, so they say it has webhook. So webhook is designed for event and retransmission. It allow you to log event, so we can use webhook to send stuff. And from here they show us how to use the webhook. So let me try it out. Say come here, webhook config. Okay, so this is it. You can use webhook to send events. Okay, I think what you can do, you can also build an integration with this, and you will just call the webhook directly. There are different ways. I think there are different ways. We'll explore this. Let's see. I paste this in. It says sources. Let's see. Yeah, your first call. So it's working. You can use webhook to send notifications here also. Yeah, I think one use case of this would be the error that I said. When the users have error, they can receive the notification. So now the question here is, if we can use webhook to send this, why do we need an integration? I mean, in most cases. Now the difference there is that integration allows users to anyone to install it. Unlike webhook, you just get your webhook, your channel ID, you get your webhook data and key or whatever, and then you can use it if you are building it for yourself. Maybe you just want to have your own personal integration, your own personal tool. But when you are building an integration, it's something, see it as an app where people can install, configure it, and use it. Right now, if I want to build this kind of tool as an integration, I would allow user to provide, when users install it, I'll allow user to provide a Telex channel ID where they would receive notifications to, and allow them to write some config. So let's dive straight into Telex. So let's look at Telex integration. Telex is an integration marketplace. We saw that earlier. It allows developers to write script or build simple executables. Yeah. Just needed to be sure that I'm still recording. Okay. An example integration is a summarizer that collects data from a Telex channel and summarize all the message. Okay, so we have different types. We have modifier, we have interval, and output. So modifier modify new message, and they say it must return response within 1 second. Yeah, because the response is sent back to the channel immediately. So modifier modifies messages. It does some manipulations on the message. We have interval. So this one sends message to the channel at set interval. So yeah, maybe like you want to do health check, so Telex, you'll be sending those reports. Then output, so they get called whenever data enters. So when there's data, your integration gets triggered, and maybe they send a new, just like a postman, he receives a letter and he sends it to the destination. So when maybe an error comes in, you can decide that you want to receive it in your email. Yeah, that's it. So let's look at how to create one. So modifier integrations, they modify messages. Everything you need is in this doc, right? So modifier integration do not need the concept or return URL. So they have targets. So modifier use target URL. Okay. Modified message. Okay. Yeah, you can look up all this. So a target URL interval uses target URL where the data endpoint, where channel data can be sent. Okay, so this TQRL is what happened with interval is you can configure Telex the way you work. You configure the interval, how much time you want Telex to call your API. See it as a cron job, but you're not the one managing it. So Telex is managing the cron job for you. Then they call the TQRL, and then they send you the data, and yeah, this target URL is where data is sent to. And we can see here that, so I don't think the target URL is needed in interval. Actually, we'll look at that. Then we have output. So output integration also have targets. Oh yeah. So let's quickly proceed. The first thing I want to do is to spin up my code base. I'm doing this for those that might not be familiar with TypeScript. So I'm going to do everything from scratch. I just want to show you a full setup. If you're using Python, Django, if you're using Flask, if you're using Golang, whatever, you should be able to follow along. So I would follow everything in this tutorial. I will initialize my project, my package JSON. Let's install TypeScript. I should have used yarn, but let's use npm, and I'll create tsconfig. That's for TypeScript. Then I'll copy this and put it here. Okay, so let's install this. This is my server, that is Express. And I'm installing types because we're using TypeScript. I'll make a new source directory, and I'll make a new app.ts. Okay, so inside my app.ts, I'll just paste this. This is the whole my server setup. I'll change this to port 4000 because I already have something running on port 3000. So what next? Okay, this is to compile the code. Yeah, we don't necessarily need it now. Okay, so we can run node this. Yeah, linting. I think this is pretty much it. I don't need much. Let's see. Let me update my packages into use nodemon. So I'll say dev ts. There's one command I saw, but let's say nodemon source.ts, then start. Yeah, then build would be ts. So let's run our project. It says nodemon not found. Oh, npx. Let's see if I don't want to. Oops, it's going to install nodemon. Okay, good. Let's see. Hello world. So our application is up and running. Yeah, so that's first step. What next? Okay, so integration must have a setting. So this is the setting. So what are settings? Settings are input and default stuff that you can use to extend your integration. Let's see if we have any integration here and take a look. Unavailable. Yeah, this is one integration I built. It's currently offline, that's why. So let's look at profanity filter. Okay, I need to activate it before it will show a setting. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. So you can see that it has settings. So these are settings. So these are settings you can use. You can update it and the rest. So that is what you can do here. So settings, take for example, you are building a health check. You can say, okay, how long, what URL should we call to know? What URL should we call? Maybe you are building a summarizer. You say, okay, how long do you want us to send the summary? Is it daily? Those kind of settings. I'll play around with a couple of them. And in case you write your settings and it's not showing, you have to make sure that you're using all these because these are the supported ones. So if you don't use any of this, it won't work. Yeah, so these are just example of them, which I will skip. So now let's go to creating integration. So creating integration, it just you have to define an integration settings. There's something called the JSON spec, so it has to contain all this info. So this is a sample setting, right? Target URL, integration category. I will copy this and use it. Then app logo. Let me copy this. I'll create a new file called integration spec. Okay, I have this. What's the app name? I'll call it hello world. So app URL, I would update this background color. What color is this thing? This is black. Yeah, hello world app. Let's look for any image we can find. Probably I'll use this Telex image. Free image host. So you can get free images from here actually. While that is loading, let me quickly update this. So we are in 2025 and I'll call it second 18. Yeah. Then what is modifier? Okay, let's leave it as monitoring and logging. This category, you must get it from here, otherwise it won't work. Here you must use any of these for the category. So let me take a sample image. I think I like this old school. This looks nice. I mean, you don't have to use this for your image, but I like it. you put the image here. So output, I won't have an output because I'm not outputting to anywhere. Key features, so you can just put this description here. Whatever you put here is just your feature in case it's showing on the marketplace. Then permission, this, I'm not really sure what this does, but let's see. Permissions, I don't think I saw anywhere they talked about permission, but it's not really needed for now. We'll take it off. Settings, okay, so I'll leave these settings here. I think they just feel so let's for some persons they'll be wondering, how do I deploy this, how do I host? Now what I do is that I host directly from my local machine by creating a reverse proxy. Sorry, I do a port forwarding. So I'm going to forward port, which is here. The reason I do this is because I want to test and receive it here and make the changes rather than having to deploy it to render and having to monitor render log, and it would make you very, very slow when you're building. So I would make this public. VS Code has given us this feature and it's very lovely. Now when I go to my browser with that link, you would see it. It would open up. The first time you just need to click continue. Yeah, see, you see hello world. Now let's add a new route. I would say app.get, okay, integration spec. I would return, we have to return it as JSON spec. I made a mistake in this. Yeah, okay. So if I go to /integration spec, I get my settings. You can see now is this URL that you put when you want to create your app. But before that, I would need to update my target URL. You can see the reason why you use it, you use this method, because as we are building, we would be checking it. Now we have our target URL. Our target URL will be /webhook or whatever you call it. That's where Telex would be sending message to. I think we have somewhere where they say URL or something. Okay, now let's go and put this in our integration. Let's create a new integration. I'll turn this, I thought I had one on. Okay, okay, yeah, it's on. I'll add a new one. It say app logo URL, invalid app logo URL. Where is it? App logo URL. Okay, oh, I put it in the wrong place. Okay, I'll just duplicate this and put our app URL here. Then I will take this here. That should fix it. Now let's copy this link again, and okay, it's here. Good, so our integration is created successfully. Just a minute and it would show. Yeah, so you can see my hello world app. First thing is done. I would activate it so I can see the settings. Then I click on manage, click on settings, say integration not available. Let's see, what are we doing wrong? Let's click on manage, settings, integration not available. I don't know. Let's reload. Probably there's something wrong with the settings. Radio, do we have radio on that documentation? Let's see. Let's say integration type settings. We don't have radio. Now there's a little problem with what is on the integration spec that was given to us, right? So I'll quickly fix this. This should be, I think, checkbox. Yeah, radio checkbox default. Wait, gender, Should I make it multi-select? I think this should be more. Is it should be checkbox? I don't even know. Drop down. Let's do drop down. Default female, male. Text key. Okay, you know what? I would remove these settings and create my own. I don't like these settings. I would create mine. Then I would have to put the integration again. So I'll copy a text integration, and I'll call this max words. Maximum number of words, no. Maximum length of word user can send. Default should be 10. Okay, let's make it 5 so we can test. Max word, minimum word. You know, it's a hello world app, right? So basically what I'm doing is I want users not to send less than 2 word, and they should not send more than 5 word. Let's look at what else we can add. Checkbox. Okay, let's add a checkbox to say if this is active. Label activate hello check. So basically activate hello check this will determine if the hello check is activated. Default false, it should be true. So basically what this means is if hello check is on, then we would enforce these 2 rules, otherwise would not enforce it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need. Let me delete the app and add it again. When you update your setting, you need to delete the app. Saying integration not available. I'm not sure why it's saying integration not available, but there's something wrong with the integration config. But let me quickly get another config from my project. Okay, I want to compare if it's same. This repo is not this one, should be in data. Yeah, so this repo is public. Yeah, so I would copy this. There are a lot of things I think is missing. So in case you also have this issue, I just want you to see so that you can also, oh, it say is active false. Oh, I think that's the problem. That is active. So let's quickly, let me see if it would work now. Probably that because of that is active, that's why. Integration available. Let me see. Okay, let's activate this again. Manage apps. Okay, it's still saying not available, and there's no way to delete it, right? So what I would do is I would stop my server, I would reload. It should not find this app, so then I would delete it. Yeah, it's work in progress, so it takes some time. I'm trying to see. I think it's taking time because it's trying to find my app, and it's going to give it enough time to resolve, because sometimes the integration server could delay, so it's going to have a little patience. But then yeah, it's not available, I'll delete it. Yeah, that's a bug there. Then I'll turn it on again. Thought I had not more. Okay. Okay, so my app is running. I'll add a new integration. Was 4,000, I believe. I'll add a new integration. What's it saying? Yeah, so it's here now. Let's see. It's still saying integration not available. Probably I'll just copy this, and for a fact I can't see anything different again. Data. I'll copy this. Let's expand this a little bit. Okay, we have dates, our description, app name, app description, app name, app logo, app URL, and background color. Integration category, modifier. Okay, target URL, we have that here. Key features, we also have that here. Settings, we have that also. Endpoints, I don't know if this endpoint is being used, but let me add it. To be honest, I don't know why it's saying this, but let's try it again. But before that, let me quickly add the endpoints. It would receive the message, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. App.post / webhook. I know we need to do like, is it JSON? Express.json formatter. Is it here? JSON parser something. Body parser, yeah. So we would use that to pass our body, yeah. App.use. Oh, I think it's express.json actually. Okay, let me hold on this first. If this is not working, what I'll just do is console.log body request.body. Yeah, our integration is active. Let's go to our channel and see. For a reason, I don't know why the setting is not showing and why it's saying unavailable, but yeah, it came in. I sent hi and it's coming in. You can see it says body hi. Now for a reason, it's coming with this whole HTML. I've talked to the team, hopefully they fix it. Then it comes with all your settings. Now if your setting is showing right, then it's, where's my hi? Okay, I'm not returning a response. Yeah, my bad. Return res.json. So I would extract the message and settings. Then I'll return JSON success status success, and message would be message. So instead of this, I would settings. No overload the following request response. Okay, what's your problem? no overload match the last overload get the following error. Okay, you know what, I would add any because it would not stress me, trust me. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, so our message is coming in. Yeah, now for modifiers, I can decide that I would not return the original message. I could return message received, and I send hey. You can see instead of saying hey, it said message received. So your modifier simply means whatever you return back as this message would be the message that would be out logged out here. That is for modifier. That is the whole idea of modifier. If I want to do like a profanity filter, all I just need to do is to check the message if it contains some word and the rest. Now based on our settings, we can then implement things like minimum word length and the rest. So I could say, what's our setting again? If okay, I might want to extract all this. Okay, let's see. Setting dot label equals to max word if max word dot default. So max word if it's less than, yeah, message is too long. So this is an example of how I can do, right? So I'll try it. Our max word is 5, so I'll send something that much. Okay, let's see. I'm just typing something random. Yeah, so you can see message is too long. So because of that setting, it's affecting this. For some reason, I'm not sure why the setting is not showing, but you should be able to see the setting here. So see the setting here and play around with it. Let's see if we can touch our interval before we move. Interval, let's see. So interval, okay, this is interval, how often it should run. Let me see. I think for some reason this field is required. So I'll change this real quick to an interval. Then what do we need again? Every other thing seems good. Permission. Let me add this permission and be sure that it's not the guy causing issue for us. What else? I would add this setting. By the way, I think this setting is required though, because of that's the cron job statement. For those of you that are familiar with cron jobs, yeah, that's a cron job statement. Okay, so let's see. There's no way to delete this app though. Remember, we'll stop our server, go back to browse app and wait for it to time out. Okay, it's not loading again. Yep, good. What is it saying? Hi. Okay, this is 14 hours ago. Okay, so yeah, let's start up our server again. Go to add new app. Let's get our endpoint. So once you are able to get data and okay, TQRL, oh my bad, I forgot that. Once you're able to get data and send back data, you are done actually. So yeah, this is TQRL. So you are done. Once you're able to get the remaining part of the Telex integration, target URL field. Why? It says target URL is not required, but it's asking. There are a lot of work that needs to be done, but you just try to, play around with it and see. If you have any problem, you can reach out to the team actually. So let's see. Okay, so I can activate it. Let's see if it will start sending us requests though. I haven't seen any any call. How do I even see the JSON? Okay, let me send something on the channel and see if it's still modifier or an interval. Okay, nothing is even coming in. Okay, let me turn this off. I don't know why I have all this on. It seems like they automatically just activate. And for some reason, I don't know why it's not showing all this config. And nothing is working. I'll stop this again. Let's delete this app. The app is so buggy, trust me. A lot of things are so buggy. But we'll just try to build on it and see. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I want to be sure that this is going to give us the updated one. Yeah, interval. Okay, let's add it. Okay, let's see. I'll activate it. Manage app. It's still not showing settings and it's not calling my app. For some reason, I think the interval integration is broken. I think it's broken. But for those that are building modifiers, I believe you get the concept. And for those that are building intervals, this is how you configure it. and then it would be hitting your webhook. But for now, the I don't know, the whole app seems to be misbehaving right now, but I hope you get the idea. So um that's it for now. And for those that are interested, here is the repo. You can go to my GitHub and you'll see this is a chatbot. It's a modifier, and I use Google Gemini API here, so you can check it out. And yeah, thank you. Bye.